Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Double Jackpot. Saturday, July 31st, I did make it down to Port O'Connor, Texas. Thank you guys for bearing with me. This was a spur of the moment deal, planned on probably Thursday. So I was lucky enough to have dinner. We're gonna call this, I don't want to say this, but I don't want to reveal someone's personal name. Y'all want to email them, you can do that, but we will, you can leave your name and everything in the comment section. But we're going to go with Cat Daddy because of his affection for cats and animals, and loves cats, has several, and has a dog, and very much of a cat friendly person. You guys can leave your comments and emails in the comment section. But anyways, getting into this video, got a lot of viewer questions. Thomas Rich had a couple of good questions. Would he be interested in going back and trying to win his money back and going back in the casino? I'm not going to give him a whole lot of room on this question.
The odds are so far against even breaking even, much less winning back to the plus 40. I mean, if I went in there, it'd probably end up back in the hole.
So the short answer is, like everything else, probably not. You have no interest in going back into the gambling world to make the money up. Kind of left a bad taste in his mouth. I mean, if it is, it'll be recreational. Good question, Thomas. And Tom Stocks, I'm going down the list. What was it like being with Christopher Mitchell on these gambling journeys? And
at first, it was kind of exciting, thinking that, well, I'm gonna fucking double what I got. But then when it started going, it got very, very stressful. I mean, I didn't drink to the point to where I was incoherent and not aware of what was going on. I was
not to interrupt you. A lot of you viewers left comments that he was incapacitated, maybe drank too much, because people said wild turkey and all. And he's playing a 50-50 game. He's got his paid for host Christopher Mitchell there, and he's saying this person wasn't drinking where he did not know what he was doing and functioning. So I mean,
it was more to calm my nerves.
He brought down a lot of money with him, and I want to say this, and I'm not putting words in his mouth. Doubling and martingaling, when you're playing, starting out at a minimum of $100 bet, and it goes to 2, 4, 8. It's very easy to lose 4 in a row, and then all of a sudden you're down
$1,000, and you're like, well, crap! I was only down 100. It tells me double, so I lose double. I go 200. I lose that. The double again. The 400. Okay, 4. That's 6. That's $700. Then you want to double that 400. That's another 800 on top of that. There's $1,500 gone, and you lose 5 hands in a row, and bam! It doesn't. Okay, so you
can happen in literally 2 minutes.
Yeah. So if you double if you win one, you're barely breaking even, maybe a little ahead. So you're back to zero, basically.
Understood.
The mathematics on it don't work out. When he sits there and shows you what he shows you on his videos, I've watched it, and he'll say, "Oh, timestamp here. You can watch." And then, I got to check my numbers. And then he can freeze the time. He can freeze the video. He can freeze anything.
Truth of the matter, you were there live, and it was going quickly.
Yeah, and you can't videotape, and you come in there and try and even take a picture of you next to one of the tables, and you're going to have the eye in the sky on your ass. You're going to have security taking you out of there in a heartbeat. After this incident, I moved to Vegas. I lived in Vegas. I worked in the casinos. Yeah, I worked on slot machines. I done a lot of things.
He's worked in a lot of different roles in Vegas. This person worked. He had a job in casinos. He had a job at the animal shelter, pet stores,
veterinary clinics.
Veterinary clinics. Go ahead and tell him. I mean, you were working and doing a lot.
And it doesn't matter. You can come up with whatever strategy you think is working, but it's all luck. 90% of it is luck. you can know how to play blackjack all you want, or baccarat all you want. It's all a matter of luck. It's a toss of the coin.
Absolutely.
And
Trying to get in a lot of these viewer questions. So a lot of people said, well, what was it like playing with him? Was he cordial? Was he obviously he has this charismatic appearance of, you know, likable guy and trying to pump you up. What was how were the casino hosts, and was he looked upon as a regular in the Bellagio? Did they show him the time of the day? What was y'all's
it seemed as though he had his favorite, as far as
dealers
dealers or pit bosses. There's like certain times of the day, okay, we need to go over to this area.
But was he treated like a celebrity or just a random person?
Just like a regular person. He wasn't, I
Nothing
mean,
special.
they gave him a few comps, but they never threw anything my way, which I'm the one putting out all the money. I don't, just like he had something.
Did he
going
voluntarily
on.
ask you to go to Mayfield Supper Club, have a nice dinner with them after all this? Did he
No, it was
strictly business? How was
when you're down 20 grand in one day, you don't
even wanna-
you don't even want to. The only reason I got around him the next day is because I had paid for it.
I understand. So, so the whole experience, is, you know, I want to stress it wasn't alcohol related. I'm trying to make that clear. He was playing a 50-50 game, player, banker, player, whatever, as you guys know.
You're talking the minimum of alcohol over several hours.
Yeah. You know, and a lot of people, you get a drink to calm your nerves and all because you're playing with, you know, thinking you're going to do something and it doesn't end out that way. And then I guess the biggest stressful is playing from behind.
Trust me, even, okay, this was years after, when I was living in Vegas, I was sitting there one night playing 3 hands of blackjack at one time, and I was building my rack up in a hurry. And I was drinking, and I asked for another drink, and they cut me off. I told them, well, if I can't drink, then I'm not playing. And I cashed in my shit and went to the next casino.
Alrighty. So, we got a lot of questions. We're going to try to go through these quicker. And, you know, some people want to know, did you feel like you had a chance to, did you feel like he did you any benefit ever? I mean, when you were meeting with him, did you feel like I mean, obviously a victim, but did he make you feel like, oh, we can win this back, or was?
Well, anytime you're betting like that, okay, you're like, okay, I'm down 100, so I'm gonna double it. Fuck, I lost that 200, so to 400. Lost that. You're not thinking, adding up how much you lost in the process. Then all of a sudden you double that because you lost. Okay, so you got 800. Boom, you hit 800. Whoa, look, I just won 1,600. But I'm down 700 from that, so I didn't make as much, or whatever the math figures out to. Yeah, you won 1,800 on a double bet, but you got to add up what you.
That's the dangerous part of martingaling and doing it. You're when you do hit the big one, you're only getting back your losses and a little bit of profit. So yes.
So then you're thinking, okay, well I'm 100 ahead. 100 ahead of where you started. So you go boom, boom, boom.
The risk to
You're
reward
dipping
is-
back into your reserves. When you lose a couple more,
That's what I try to tell all the viewers when you're doing this martingaling, especially when you're getting up into the big bets, 800, 1,600 is the next one. If you hit that 1,600, just remember you're only getting back your losses and then a little bit of profit. So that's the dangerous part of doing what this person's did. I would, you know, and let's face it, Christopher Mitchell changes his strategy every week, every month. Now he's in, as you probably know from the last video we did, he's now doing roulette. And everybody, you know, has their own opinion on roulette. I'm not going to get into that. I know you don't play roulette, but as you know, that's what he's doing now. So I wanted to share with the viewers what's going on now in your life. Like I said, he's a big cat and animal person. We're going to refer to him as Cat Daddy. I did have the awesome day with him, or afternoon with him, having lunch, or having actually dinner. And we're just trying to figure a way a lot of you guys, well, what can we do? How can we help this person? You know, I'm speaking for him right now. He's never asked this, so this is going to be a shock.
When I first got down here, I felt bad asking my dad for $50, and I said, "I'll pay you back." He's like, the way you can pay me back is don't ask me again." So I'm not one to really ask.
And I'm here to help him today with what I can. I just ask you people if you want. Like I said, this is not something that he has the information to give me right now. I don't know. Do you do PayPal, Cash App, anything? If the viewers want it,
I'd have to set something up and get that information
I know,
to you.
and this is totally unscripted. He doesn't even have that with him, so don't think this is a planned thing. But if you do, some of these viewers may want to send $5, $10. Who knows? I don't know. But I'll talk to you when we're done. And I'm sorry, I don't want to embarrass you or put you on the air, put you on the thing.
It's all right. I mean, I personally, I mean, I wish I could go around to each person that's gotten screwed over by this guy or lost money following what he's done. And I mean, if I couldn't give him money, at least give him some advice.
And if you don't want me to air this video as I talk, we can easily scrap it, and we don't have to air it. This is, like I said, I'm just speaking from the heart. If you don't, this may never view. We'll have to visit your PayPal, and like you said, you don't have it all, or Cash App or whatever. I understand, but I want to share some things about this victim that's lost all this money. You know, he had great intentions. Everybody can think like they do. I have had a lot of people that believe in these methods of gambling, whatever they may be. In the long run, you will lose, but we're down here talking about a person that's living in an RV trailer in a campsite, and he's happy. He's not complaining. He doesn't cry. He's not bitching and moaning. This is strictly something that I drove down here to use his time, and I'm definitely trying to help him. Whether we're looking at places, investment properties that he can manage and run and do and live in. Like I said, he's living in a. Do you mind if I share with the viewers? Because I don't want to. He's living in a camper. We'll show it to you before we leave. But look, if you guys feel like reaching out and helping, anything you guys want to do is fine. I don't have a problem with that. And again, I'm putting him on the spot. He's probably like I said, if he doesn't agree with this, it won't air. And if he does agree with it, I'll have to do a follow-up video at my residence because I got to get back to Houston tonight. And for you people that have sent me emails or messages saying this is fake, y'all are so full of crap. I'm telling you, I have a busy life. My wife has a busy life. We drove over 200 miles to get to this place. We're going to show you their living because I'm telling you, you guys know I do investment properties, and I look at him as somebody that can help me and run an investment property and live there, and we're working really tirelessly to do this. And this isn't something I would do with anybody. So I go ahead.
Your who was it? Tom
Stocks.
Stocks. Yes, want to try and win my money back. Basically, after I lost everything and I moved to Vegas, I wasn't intending on going to Vegas. I was going to Phoenix, but I didn't take that left turn at Albuquerque. I lived there for about 5 years, but over a period of 5 years, I probably lost more than that 40,000. That trying to win that back, trying to think, okay, if I ever get to this point, never did. And there's time I went into the casino and just got paid, lost my whole paycheck in a matter of a few hours.
And this isn't a person that's a gambling degenerate like y'all want to make it sound like, oh, he's going to win it back or he's going to do this. You guys that are my regulars and people that do mention this kind of stuff, this was a person that believed in strategies, and maybe it didn't work out, whatever. For whatever reasoning he does, I'm not here to beat him up, but a lot of people say it happens, and there's so many of you guys that it has happened to. This is somebody telling you he's never had any of these strategies work from. Look at Christopher Mitchell. He's now got a roulette strategy. Everything he touches leads to disaster, and that's what I'm thinking he's trying to say. And I don't want to put words in his mouth, but let him tell his real life story on what's going on in his life and what your future may be.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. Look at the way he plays. If you play 2/3 of the board on roulette, the odds are, yeah, you're going to hit one of those numbers or one of those sides.
Absolutely.
But look how much you had to bet, and you barely get over breaking even.
And what happens when you get into the downward
But
spiral?
if it hits on that other third, then you got to double. So now you double on those two.
and
And if it hits again and you lose, then you double again.
Absolutely.
It goes down in a hurry. Your odds of
you may
winning with his strategies are about your odds of winning the Powerball.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's quite that drastic, but if you
It's worse.
once you get into the losing streak, it's hard to get out of it because you're losing double your bets on 2/3 of the board. All it does is have to have that 33% of the time to wipe you out. If
Yeah,
it has
and
4 or 5 times, you can be done. Once
One-
you get in a four or 5 losing streak, that's what I think you're trying to say.
Well, one thing I noticed is a lot of the people that live in Vegas are pissed off. They have a bad attitude because they came out there thinking they had a strategy and they were going to win it big, and they lose. Well, I got to make up what I lost. Then they get that one good win. Say they win a couple grand, but you don't look at the past year and a half that they lost $40,000 of their income to gambling, but they got that one good win.
They only
They
remember
get that
the
high
one
on that
win.
win. It's that adrenaline rush, that endorphins that are released when you get that good win. It overrides all those losses that you had in the past.
Absolutely, guys. We'll talk off the air. We're gonna stay in touch. I'm sure I may be down here within the next couple of months. It won't be within the next couple of weeks, of course. I got to do a lot of catch up. These videos do take time. You're killing really a day and a half to do these kind of videos, which, you know, y'all want Christopher Mitchell victim videos. I do have 2 more people. I just can't. I don't have the luxury of going out of state, and I don't have the luxury of making them do a video if they don't want to. This takes a lot of heart, and he realizes there's a lot of kind people out there, and I hope the serious people out there, not the people that just can easily kick someone when they're down. I personally, I'll do what I can do.
Well, it takes a lot of fucking guts to go on, especially YouTube worldwide, and admit you got suckered by some chump that needs his ass whooped.
See, guys, I mean, I'm not holding him back. He's free to say what he wants. All my stuff's unedited, unscripted. And guys, I mean, you may not think 5 or 10 or 20 or 30 or $50 will help somebody, but we're talking about a guy that's not working right now, doesn't have the ability to work. He does have several health issues, as his wife does. The greatest people you'd ever want to meet. They'd give you the shirt off your back. And I'm just hoping the people that do want to help can, and I'll try to get your information. I don't know how to do it. I don't know if I put it in the comments. I don't know. I'll let you decide on that. And I'm sorry for walking on your toes, but there are a lot of subscribers out there that may want to contribute.
At least
and help.
I put in enough years of hard work. I'm getting Social Security now, so.
I want to share this with you guys. He says he's getting Social Security. He's not Social Security or age, but he's got a disability. He's not able to work right now. He's been injured, but he's got a big heart. He's taking care of pets and cats, and the people that are going to leave me negative comments about he shouldn't be doing that. You know what? That's total BS. If that's what if he has joy and animals bring joy and happiness into his life, I'm not here to kick somebody down. I mean, so he's taking care of. He even has a cat that's sick. He asked me, can I help him just so he can get medicine for his cat? I have no reason to lie to you people. I'm not monetized. I'm not here, and I feel bad because I have to, I'm talking in front of him and talking actually over him. He's free to say what he wants. I'm not going to say any more. I'm going to give him the final few minutes. He can talk from the heart. I'm not going to get into a big Jesus rant or anything like that. I don't want you guys to get into all that, but if you guys want to help, all you guys that have been supportive of my channel. That's strictly up to y'all now, and I'll see if he even wants it to go that way, and I'll let you have the closing comments, and then I'll just say, guys, I'll upload this when I get home and have time. Thank you for watching, and I'm going to let Cat Daddy have the closing floor.
Oh, when I worked at the animal shelter, I worked for Petco, I worked for veterinary clinics. When I left, that was while I lived in Vegas, and I realized it was more of a high to see a person adopt an animal or to rescue an animal, get them, heal them, get them better than it was when I did wins big once in a while. I mean, I played some slot machines. I hit the Royal for $1,200 one time in Laughlin. That's the biggest one on a slot machine. But I mean, to feel that little kitten purring in your arms and looking up at you, that's more than drugs, alcohol, or gambling could ever do for you.
So you guys, y'all are witnessing a man that's sharing his personal feelings, totally unscripted. He's sharing his story, his life battles, and you know, what you guys want to do is strictly up to y'all. If y'all want to be involved in helping somebody, that's up to y'all. I'm strictly on board to try to do what we can, because I'm going to show you a good, kind-hearted person and what him and his wife does, and we're going to pan out to where he's living at this RV park, and we're going to let him close the video out and say whatever he wants to say. He's shared his feelings. He's shared that this person did him no favors, and then we're going to depart and head back to Houston and say goodbye to Cat Daddy and his furry little friends. And guys, y'all let him take us into the closing remarks.
Y'all take care. God bless you. And if one basic rule, if there's a doubt, there's no doubt.
Guys, y'all hit that subscribe and like button, and we'll talk to y'all in the next video.